I have $47,000 worth of credit card debt, and I recently shared how much was on each card and what the minimum payments are, but I keep getting asked what the interest rate is on each card, so let's go through them. Keep in mind, for all of the screenshots that I'm going to be showing, I'm going to be using the original ones from back last month when I originally shared them, because I'm going to be doing an updated balance this month and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So let's get started with the interest rates. This card has a 28.24% interest rate. This one has 28.15%. This one is at 27.24%. Topping it off at 29.99%, 20.74%, 27.74%, 18.99%. And on the totally opposite end of the spectrum, we have 12.99%.
I have one more hot take. Credit card debt is not normal. I feel like people make a joke out of it on this app. I get it. If you are in between jobs, you are struggling, and you genuinely need to accumulate credit card debt. This is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about people that go out to dinners, go on vacation. I feel like there's a lot of young, impressionable people on this app, and I want you guys to know that it is not normal. I talk to my friends. We do not have credit card debt. It is not funny. Unfortunately, real life is real. Living within your means is so much better.
I have such a shopping addiction, then this is how I'm cutting myself off. Even my card doesn't want me to stop it. Come on. I'm kidding, I got fraud on my card.
If you're in your 20s and you keep consistently seeing people and you like, oh my God, how are they doing all this? How are they affording all of this? Blah, blah, blah. And you're really confused and you're trying to figure it out, is really one of two, maybe even three options. The first option is credit card debt. Maybe they swiping them cars. They swiping that card. They probably have $30,000 right now in credit card debt. But they're in Bora Bora. Absolutely. The second is rich parents. Don't ever underestimate the power of a rich parent. The third is they might be scamming. They might. Small might. And then the fourth, absolute and final, is that they're really just getting to the money. But that's very low on the total poll. It's probably credit card debt.
I owe TJ Maxx $9,562.30. So as you can see, it's $9,562.30 that I owe. If I only made the minimum payment, which was a little over $300 a month, $250 if I wasn't paying a late fee that month, was 22 years, and it would total $32,199 with an interest rate on purchases of 32.24%. That is stupid.
I always get questions as to why I have so much credit card debt. This is it. I'm spring cleaning my apartment and I did something incredibly stupid. I must be a masochistic little idiot because I realized that I am literally the woman who lived in her shoes. I counted and there are 60 pairs. It takes up literally the entire area space of my bedroom floor. And for reference, this is about 6 feet right here. This area, it's like 6 feet across. So if you ever wondered why my savings account is basically empty and I have 5 figures of credit card debt, this is it right here. Ignore the noise. There's construction going on in my building, but this is absolutely disgusting. What's worse is I didn't actually think it looked this bad. This doesn't look that bad to me. I was expecting it to be much bigger. I was expecting it to take up the entire space of my apartment. So clearly my worm brain is no, it's not that bad. It is that bad. It's crazy. So this is what 60 pairs of shoes look like. And shamefully, I think only 5 of these pairs are under $300. Okay, let's say under 200. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Those are the only pairs that are under $200. Oh, and then my Birkenstocks back there too. Oh, and my Bass loafers right there. But everything else is over $200. Most of them are over $500. This is disgusting to me.
I'm in $71,000 worth of debt right now, so let's see how we got there. So let's start with credit cards. I have 4 credit cards, but only 3 of them are in use. To begin, I have Discover number 1, which is $8,159, which is actually a Discover loan, personal loan that I took out to pay off my actual credit cards because the interest rate for the personal loan was cheaper than the interest rates on each card. So it's saving me money in the long run, paying it off. But for about a year, I wasn't working and was kind of depressed, so it got racked up a little bit. So $8,159 is a personal loan that I pay off every month. And the interest rate for that is 11.9%. Again, is a lot cheaper than credit card interest rates, which are usually 20-something%. Next, I have my Amex card. These next 3 cards are my everyday cards. and right now they do have balances, but it's my like everyday kind of like spending, so I will pay these off at the end of the month like normal. But this one has $305 on it. My MasterCard has $370, and then my actual Discover card has $13 on it. So those will get paid off at the end of the month like normal, so I don't really consider that debt, even though it technically is. Next is the big kahuna. It's the student loans. I regret going to college, but I regret how expensive it was and living on campus, okay? So this is broken up into two sections. So I have like my personal student loans, like government student loans, and then I have the Parent Plus loan that is in my dad's name, but I pay it because it was for my schooling. I'm not gonna make him pay that. Mine in my name is $45,924 with interest rates between 2.75 and 4.6. So my student loans are broken up by like different loans for each semester. So there's like a gajillion different small loans and they all have different interest rates. But right now I'm on the income driven plan and I make so little money that I have a $0 a month payment on it. So I don't have to pay it every month, but it's still gaining interest, so it still sucks. And then the Parent Plus loan that's in my dad's name that I do have to pay every month because he does not qualify for an income driven repayment plan. The total is $16,305 with an interest rate of 7.21. So that one I pay $211.37 a month to pay that one off. So it's going to take a while, but that's all my debt. That's how I got there.
Okay, I wanted to answer this question about how I got into $15,000 worth of credit card debt because I've been getting it a lot. I feel like some people are going to be like, this is basic knowledge, but to me, it wasn't basic knowledge, which is why I wish someone drilled this into my brain and I actually listened. The first is I had zero financial literacy at all. My family never talked about money. I come from a super poor single mom family and money just wasn't ever talked about because we had none of it. And I never took any classes in high school that taught you about finances. I don't even know if there were any. The next is that I always considered my available credit as money that I could spend or money that I had. I distinctly remember buying like a laptop and furniture because I was like, oh, I don't have the money on my debit card, but I have it on my credit card so I can spend it. Which looking back is ridiculous, but back then it felt like free money. I always only paid the minimum payments on my credit cards. Whether it was like $100 or $25, I was like, okay, as long as I do that, I'm fine. When it really clicked for me was when my financial advisor told me that if I continued paying $150 on each card, it would take me 9 years and $17,000 worth of pure interest to pay it off. It would cost me $17,000. But if I increased my payments to $350 and $450, it would take me 1 year and it would only cost me $3,000 in interest, which is so much of a difference. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to get my shit together. Another is that I always increased my credit card limits when I was offered it, which is basically just a big trick because they know you're gonna fuck up. So I'd increase the limit, spend all the way up until that new limit, and then I just maxed out more money. And the last one is I just swiped carelessly. I never cared what I spent it on. I just always spent money on it because to me, it was just money that I had, even though it was not money I had. I can't believe I'm even admitting this stuff because looking back, it feels so dumb. Even to my financial advisor, I was so embarrassed to tell him this. And I'm absolutely certain that some of the reactions I'm going to get are not going to be kind, but I think there needs to be way more financial transparency around people who don't know shit about money like me. I'm 25 years old, I work a corporate job, and I'm working on paying down my debt. I've got the $15,000 down to $11,000, and I'm working really hard on getting it down to $0.
You guys, I literally cannot make this shit up. Chase just increased my credit limit again. From $23,200 to $26,700, which makes my total overall credit limit $43,000. And this is so fucking predatory because they act like they like just did you a service. They're like, oh my God, like you have so much extra money now. They're like, this means you have more purchasing power when planning your next vacation or making home improvements. Bitch, it is so completely unnecessary for anyone to have a $26,700 credit limit, let alone a $43,000 plus, like whatever. It just like goes to show I have been paying off my credit card for the last like 6 months now. I've gone from $36,000 to $18,000. I always forget. I don't know. And credit card companies see that and they're so predatory. They're like, wait a second, come back. Wait a second, you were paying us so much interest and now it's going down. Oh my God. Like they're missing out on, last year they made $5,000 for me on interest. This year they're not going to make anything near that. I feel like everyone always asks like, how did you get such high of a credit limit, blah, blah, blah. I was in debt. Like they like literally love people who are in debt because they're making so much money from us. And that is why my credit limit is so high, because I was always maxing out my cards and making my payments on time. So I was paying my cards were maxed, they were like, what if we like gave her more? If we gave her more limit, then like surely I can see her habits. Like we can make a lot of money off of her. And they did. They did. Anyways, Chase literally get a grip.
I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but if you are currently putting the majority of your paycheck into a high yield savings account because some financial guru on TikTok told you to do it, and now you can't pay off your high interest credit card debt because you've done that, you're not winning. You are most likely losing between 10 and 20% of every single paycheck just on that interest. Always pay down your high interest credit card debt before doing anything else with your money. And I don't know about you, but I like having my money work for me, not for one of the major credit card companies.
I just saw a video of a girl asking people how much money they keep in their checking account before they start freaking out. And she said that her minimum balance that she never goes below is $4,000. And I'm not going to tag her. I don't even know. I've never seen her before. I'm not going to put any clips because I like don't want to shit on her. This isn't like me insulting her. I am just kind of like baffled. But wait, there's more, because when I get into the comments, there were multiple people, and I barely scrolled through the comments, but I must have seen at least 4 people say that they freak out if their checking account balance is under 10K. In the checking account, I'm going to be fully honest here and say that for the past like 18 months, I'm lucky if I have 3 digits in the checking account, okay? I don't even have $10,000 to my name, okay? Hey, net worth, 6 feet under, baby. But if you're someone who has $10,000 in liquid assets, why is that not in a savings account? A high yield savings account, a regular savings account? Or am I totally off base? And are all of y'all just walking around out here with $4,000 to $10,000 in your checking account on the daily? What the heck?